Yeah, hi Tim. So let me start the session. So this is Python revision session. So I will explain a question. Please take the question. So under you know already the answer. If you don't know, please refer this video. Okay. So what is a Python? Take a first question. What is a Python? Python is a generally purpose, dynamically typed and object-oriented programming language.
Server-side programming.
Next. So what is a programming language? So a developer communicate with the computer by using a programming language. If I want to communicate with you, okay, how we can able to communicate by a language? If I want to communicate with a computer, then we require programming language. So list some programming languages. Third question: ABC, C, Perl, Ruby and Rails, Python, Java, C Sharp, PHP, JavaScript, Go. Okay. Next, history of Python. Next question, history of Python or evaluation of Python. History of Python or evaluation of Python. Okay. So basically, the Python was developed from the set programming language. In the intermediate, we are having a set, sets are there. Okay, na? So I have the set A, set B. Okay. So how to represent the set? A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to 3, 4, 5. If I say A union B, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A intersection B, 3 is the result. Okay, this is the mathematical operations. To implement this mathematical operation in the computer, if I want to deal with a computer, I need a programming language. Which programming language? Anything. So here we are having a set programming language. Set is a programming language, so which is used to implement a mathematical set operations. Clear? Next, when this set was introduced, the set was introduced in the 1969 by John, okay, from the New York University. Okay, in the set, next question, how many data types are there? There are two data types. One is a unordered set data type. Next one is the sequence set. So these unordered set and sequence set is nothing but your set, frozen set, and tuple. Okay, na? Next, ABC programming language. From the set programming language, the ABC programming language was developed in the 1980 by Leo and Steven. Okay, na? Next. So in this ABC programming language, they introduced three more from the past two. So total here we are having the 5 data types. What are those? Number, text, unordered set, list data type, table. Table is nothing but a array. Okay. All these data types are dynamic. For example, if I want to create a data type in a Java, int a is equal to 10. In case of Python, so how we can able to define? Simply a is equal to 10. Okay, that is meaning of dynamically typed. So next, from this, the Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1991, and it was officially released in the version of 1995. Okay, na? So if I want to develop an application, I required a some certain architecture or pattern. So please take a question. Explain about three-tier architecture. The next question is explain about three-tier architecture. So if I want to develop any application, I required a three-tier architecture: web, mobile, data science, AI, ML, whatever the application. Okay. In this three-tier, one is the presentation layer, one is the presentation layer, next one is the database layer, next one is the middleware or server side. Okay, so in this presentation layer, so we are going to be represent a user interface. It can be HTML, CSS, JavaScript for web, mobile for the Android or iOS. Okay, it's a different story. Now this is my presentation layer. I want to get the data from a database. Can I get directly? No. So that's what we are using the middleware. So this middleware provides security to take the data from a database to and UI and send data from UI to database. Okay, so this is the three-tier architecture. So database is the physical information storage. List the databases: Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, MongoDB. Okay. So and a few other databases are there. Okay. Next, coming to the middleware or server side, here our server frameworks are Python, Java, PHP, .NET, MinStack will be there. Okay. So in this framework, we are using the programming language are Python, Java, C# in the .NET. Okay. So Node with Express.js in case of mean and MEMS. Next, coming to the UI. Coming to the UI, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Clear? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. On the top of this JavaScript or CSS, we can develop our own library or a framework. Clear? This is called three-tier architecture. This is a very important question. Okay. Next. So list applications using the Python. Next question is list some applications using the Python. So one is a web application, mobile, gaming and testing. See, there are two shades. One is this shade and the second one is this shade. Okay, na? So the left side shade was developed from any programming language or a framework like a .NET, Java, okay, na? PHP. I can develop web, mobile, some gaming and automation testing. Okay, but coming to the second shade in the right side, networking, data science, AI, ML and virtual reality is developed only by using a Python, not any other programming language. Okay, na? Next. So that's what if you are choosing the Python in your career, you will have a very good career, because so Python is a centralized programming language and a framework. By using this Python, we can able to develop lot of applications. Even in the embedded systems also, we are using embedded C earlier. Now embedded Python also we are using. Clear? Next. So what is a programming language? A programming language is a set of instructions provided the developer to perform a certain task. How many types? Next question. Types of programming language. High level, low level. Next question. What is a high level programming language? So a developer can able to understand and write a programming language is called high level programming language, which are Python, Java, C#, Go language, Ruby Rails and a few others are there. Next, low level programming language. So low level, next question is low level. So mission understandable programming language is called low level, which is binary system. Okay, na? So next, browser can able to understand. Browser understandable programming language is JavaScript. Okay. Next question is browser understandable programming language is JavaScript. Okay, na? Next. So already we've seen the history. So history of Python programming language. So it was developed in the 1991. The development is completed. 1989 he started. 1991 he completed. So official released in the year of 1994, which is the version 1.0. Next 2000 2.0, 2008 3.0. Okay. Hope everybody know how to do a setup. Please take that question, how to do a setup. Next, what is an IDE? List some types of IDEs are there. So IDE stands for integrated development environment. IDE stands for integrated development environment. So Notepad, PyCharm, Anaconda, Miniconda, Jupyter, Eclipse, Visual Studio Code, anything we can able to use as IDE for Python. Okay. Next. So how to install a PyCharm? Okay. So please take that one. Next question, what is extension of Python file? What is extension? py. .py. Next. So we had a revision. Next, explain about tokens in the Python. Next question is explain about tokens in the Python. So a token is nothing but a statement. That's it. Python contains a statement. A statement is nothing but a instruction to execute a logic. Okay, na? For example, for the robot, we are giving instruction or not. If you want to on and off the TV, you are giving the instruction by pressing some on and off buttons. Correct or not? So here a tokens in Python. So Python contains a set of statement to execute a logic. Okay, for example, a is equal to 10. Here A is a literal, is equal to is a operator, 10 is the value or data. Okay na? So A is a literal, operator, 10 is the value. Next, as per the standard of a Python, how to create a variable? A colon, for example, variable name colon data type is equal to data. So this is the perfect statement. Okay, is equal to data. Here a variable name is nothing but we can able to simply call it as literal. So data type, okay, is equal to data. Next, so there are 4 types of tokens. Here each one is the token. A is the token, is equal to is equal to is equal to is the token. 10 data is a token. So literal, operator, value are data type. Next keyword, for example, print. Okay, so a programming language contains a set of instruction. Each instruction is nothing but one statement. Correct? Set of statement. A statement can be an instruction. That instruction we can able to say it as a token. Okay. So do we have any line terminator in the Python? No. Okay, just a space. Next. So how to work with the comments in a Python? Next question is how to work with the comments in a Python. So basically comment is not used to comment a code. Okay, na? So comment is to explain about a code. There are 2 types of comments. One is single line or inline comments, which is represented by the hash. Next one is the multi-line comments, which is represented by 3 times quote or 3 times single quote. Okay, 3 times double quote or 3 times single quote. Okay. Next, for example, single line. I want to explain about a task. For example, I want to explain about a task. I want to explain about a detail about a task. Okay, now there we are using a comment. Okay. Next, explain about the rules to create a variable. Explain about rules to create a variable. So already given 100 programs. If you attend any interview, that 100 programs is enough. Next, I'm giving the list of a questions. These questions are enough. Okay, na? So I'm expecting everyone should get the job in the next 1 or 2 drive itself. That's it. Okay. Next, rules to create a variable. Okay. So basically, variable name should understandable. For example, A is equal to 10. What is a A? So simply we thinking like, so A is equal to 10 is nothing but mathematically we performing some addition subtraction. For example, A is equal to 999999. What it is represent? So we represent a perfect name. For example, if I say phone number is equal to 7989539705, then everybody will understand a phone number, mobile number. Age is equal to 20. Okay, na? DOB is equal to something. First name is equal to last name is equal. So to represent a variable, we should be follow a rules and regulation. See, our programming language is nothing but a English, but how to represent English is very important. Okay, na? So first, our variable name should be understandable. Our variable name should be understandable. So next, name should be variable name should be start with a camel case. Okay, na? Camel in the sense starts with a lower and upper. For example, see here is the full name. F is small, N is a capital. Next, Pascal case. Here N is a capital. Okay, clear? Next, variable name should not start with a number or a special character. But underscore and dollar is allowed, but in the Python, dollar also not allowed. Okay, na? Next. So what is a data type? Next question is very important. What is a data type? Next, explain the types of a data types. So what is a data type? A data type is a data carrier. A data type is a data carrier. So next question, what is a data type? A data type is a data carrier. How many types? 2 types of data type. See, in the interview, they will ask a question, what is a data type? Your answer is data type is a data carrier. So please don't stop the answer. Complete until you know the answer. Okay, so data type is a data carrier. There are 2 types, primitive, non-primitive. Like this, please explain. Okay, na? So primitive are value type, non-primitive are reference type. So non-primitive are how the difference is. For example, if I take any data type which is having the specific memory size, boolean having a specific memory size, 1 bit, number having the int, float, all these are having the specific. Character is nothing but one character. One character is nothing but 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to 4 bits, correct?
8.
So specific 8.
4 bits
Okay.
and 1 nibble also.
Okay. So 8. Okay, for example, here I'm having a specific size, then go for a primitive data type. Okay, then it is called as a primitive. Non-primitive in the sense, so a data type which is don't have the specific size. String means f name. It can be a 4, 2, more than one character. Object, array, class. These are a general data type. Coming to the Python, in the Python, we are having these arrays are category into set, frozen set, list, tuple. Next, one more extra is the data type is called none. None is in the sense nothing. If you're not assigning anything, then it is called none. Okay. So next we have started with the Boolean. Please take a question. So what is a Boolean data type? Explain about Boolean data type. Okay. Na? So in the Boolean data type, we are going to be represent true and false. Capital T, capital F. Next, so if you want to say the Boolean is represented by true or false. Number 0 to 9, character, string. So string or character which is represented by double quotes or single quotes. Object or dictionary represented by the curly braces. Okay. So list is represented by the square braces. Set and frozen set also represented by the curly braces. In the curly braces, if you have the key and value pair, then is a dictionary. Without key and value pair, then it is set or frozen set. Next one is the tuple. Tuple is represented by the parenthesis. This is called parenthesis. Okay, now these are data type representation. Next. So here Boolean is represented by the true or false. In the practical, how to represent a true or false? By using yes and no questions. Okay, na? Yes and no questions. Next, this is very important, and other student is not answer question. Okay, na? Our student only will answer. So the question answer is how many ways to represent any data type? The question is how many ways to represent a data type? There are two ways. One is implicit representation. Second one is explicit representation. Only in the Python and JavaScript, these two are the ways to represent. Only in the Python and JavaScript. If you know the Python, JavaScript is easy. If you know the JavaScript, Python is very easy. Okay. In other programming language like Java, C#, data types are explicit. Int A, okay, string, we need to represent explicit. If you mention a data type is called explicit. If you not mention a data type is called implicit. This implicit and explicit only supports in Python and JavaScript. For example, implicit, BLN is equal to true. This is the data type. What is the type? How to check a data type? By using type keyword. Next question, what is the type keyword? Okay, type is a keyword to check data type of a variable. Next, explicitly data type. So we are representing a data with explicit. For example, bool, int, float, str, okay, dictionary, okay, tuple. All these are called explicit representation. Okay, so next we have seen about Boolean return false for all the default value. Okay, so in a question, in the interview, they will ask a question, what is a Boolean? Your answer should be Boolean is a primitive data type. Boolean represented true or false. For example, yes and no questions. A Boolean data type is represented by the two ways, implicit and explicit. In the implicit, for example, BLN is equal to true, implicit. So to check the type, we are using the type of BLN. In the explicit, Boolean of data we are going to be represent. Clear? For example, they're asking a string. String is a primitive data type. String is used to represent a characters. Okay, na? So for example, where we are using, for example, I want to represent a name, email, gender, we'll use the string. String can represent in a two ways, implicit and explicit. Name is equal to Krishna. This is called implicit. Explicit, name is equal to str of Krishna. Okay, clear? Any data type you must answer like this. Okay, clear? Next, number system. So number system. So number representations are 4 types: binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal. But other programming languages are supports mostly decimal, 0 to 9 system. Binary, octal, hexadecimal is supported by the Python only. Okay, na? So next, in the decimal, we're having the exponential numbers, the complex numbers also. Okay, exponential complex numbers are supported in the Python. That's what we are using the Python in the data science, AI, ML, other programming language. Mission. In the mission means the code in the form of it can be octal, it can be hexadecimal, it can be decimal or binary. That's what other programming languages are not using. The reason behind here it is the question why Python only using the data science AI ML? Answer is because of data type supports, data type under logic supports. Clear? So binary means it is represented 0, 1. So how to represent implicit 0b? Okay, explicit bin of. So you need to be represent 0b. Okay, like this. Binary of 1 means, so it will give you an error. Okay, so all this how I can able to add a binary, we see in it. Next is the decimal. Decimal is nothing but a 0 to 9 system. In the decimal, we are having the short int, long, float, double. These are the normal in general. Python supports int and float. So without precision is called integer value. With precision, precision means 1.1. 0.1 is nothing but a precision. 10.2. 0.2 is nothing but a precision value. Clear? Next. So we seen some programming. Next, floating. This is the floating value. Float also represent implicit and explicit. Exponential number. So exponential number, for example, I want to represent a very long numbers. How to represent? Simply exponential. 1e2. So exponential is nothing but a 10 times. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is something. So 1 dot 1 e power something we need to represent. For example, take it as 1,20,000. How many zeros? 1.2 e power 5, correct? Okay, so that is called 1,20,000. So like this, we need to represent a exponential. Complex number. So complex is nothing but a, for example, a probability numbers. For example, it can be 10 or 11 or 9 or 8. So in the situation, we can able to use complex numbers. Complex in the sense, we can't able to predict exact number. Okay, now for example, how to calculate a distance between the two countries? Can we say exact? No. So in the situations, we can able to use complex number. So that's what in the data science is nothing but a scientific applications. So we are using the complex numbers most. Okay, na? So the complex number is supported only in the Python. Okay, not by the other programming. So next octal. Octal is nothing but a 0 to 7. It is represented. Hexadecimal, 0 to 9, A to F. Okay. Next, important function. So what is the purpose of a function? Function used to perform a logic or a task or an operation. Function contain a set of statement or instruction. So function enclosing the logic. Function encapsulate the logic. Encapsulation means an item inside of a item. An item is packing inside of another item is called encapsulation. So a function encapsulation in the sense writing a logic inside of a function. Class encapsulation in the sense writing a functions and variables and a logic inside of a class. Always logic will definitely encapsulated by the function. Okay, na? So these functions means we are having the predefined functions from the different data types and we can able to create a functions. For example, count the number. So for example, here we're discussing about a string. Next question is what is a string? How many ways to how to represent a string? Next, what is a function? Explain the string functions. Next question is what is a string? Sorry, what is a function? Explain string functions. Okay. Next question is okay, string count function. How to count number of specific character or a word in the given string. I want to count number of characters means by using length function ln of name, then it will give number of characters. But what is the difference between length and count? Take a next question, difference between length and count. So count means it will be count to a specific character or a word in the given string. Length count to number of characters in the given string. If you are able to take fast, take the answers also. Shortcut answers also you can able to write separately. Next, explain about a string transform functions. What is mean by transform?
Changing is where.
What is mean by transform?
Change.
Okay, so transform is nothing but a change. So how we can able to change? Capitalization, title, upper, lower. Okay. Next, still we are having title, case fold. Okay, na? These are the translate 7 types. Okay, please prepare 7 types. In the translate again 2 types. One is the ASCII and character. Translate is not important. It will little confuse. Next one is the swap. Okay, it will be swap from. So total string transform functions are how many types? 8 types. What are the? Okay, so what are those?
Count to upper lower.
Count. No, not a count. Take from upper, lower, case fold, capitalize, title, case fold, translate, and swap case. Total 7 only. Next, string declarations. How many ways to declare a string? String functions are still is there. Take a next question. How many ways to declare a string? There are 2 ways. One is inline string or single line string. Next one is the multi-line string. Inline or single line is represented by either single quotation or double quotation. Multi-line represented by 3 times single quotations or double quotation. Next, string slicing. What is a slicing? Explain about string slicing. Slicing means extract a part of a extracting is called slicing. Okay, so extract a part of an item from a item is called string slicing. Sorry, slicing. String slicing in the sense extracting a string from a existing string is called string slicing. So what is the syntax? Variable name square basis of start colon end. But here start and end are optional. Next, end index will not consider. Here start and end are indexes. Both are optional. So end index will not include. Clear? So string is a part of non-primitive. Okay, already we discussed. Next, for example, here krishna@gmail.com. So I want to get only the name or domain from here. Okay, so we have seen the different combination. So if you say like this, it will give total string. If I say like this, it will give from 0 to 7. 7 colon means it will start from a 7 up to last index. Still we can able to include in the minus also. Minus is from the last to first, -1, -2, -3. Here m is the -1, -2, -. Okay, so we have discussed in detail. Okay, so next, so index, a string is represented by the index. Each character in a string is represented by the index. Next, explain about string find method. So find is a string function. It's find. Okay, so it is used to find a specific character index or a specific word index. For example, krishna@gmail.com. I want to find email.find of @ It will give that index. But in the real time, not in the real time, if I are using the find, if the specific character is not find, sorry, specific character is not find by the index, then it will be throw exception. It will throw exception. So what is the difference between the find and index? Index will, next question is, what is the difference between find and index? Index will throw exception in case of the searching value is not found. So index value is not found. So in the real time, what you need to use? You must use the find only. Okay. Okay, so here is the revision notes. Number string. Next, how to take input from the input in the Python by using the input. Input is a default function in the Python. Next question is how many keywords in the Python? How many keywords? Can someone count? 33 keywords. What are those? If, elif, okay, else, try, catch, finally, for, while, input, print. Like this, we are having a type. Like this, we are having a 33 keywords are there. Okay. So that 33 keywords already given earlier. Okay. So what are those? So here is the list of 33 keywords. False, none, true, and, yes, asset, break, class, continue, definition of, delete, elif, else, except, finally, for, from, global, if import in is lambda, non-local, not, or, pass, rise, return, try, while, with, wild. All these are the keywords in the Python. Okay, na? So keyword, for example, not a print and input, those are functions. Keyword in the sense, these are the normal keywords. For example, a is equal to none is a keyword. Definition, def, simple keyword. Okay, so these are the list of the keywords. Okay, so by using the input, we can able to take data in the Python. Next, we see in the find. So find our index having the other functions is from finding from R find, R index. Next, start with, okay, string find functions or string search functions. Take a question, sir. What are the string search functions? Index, find, R index, R find, starts with, ends with. Okay. Next, string replace functions, which is the replace. So you want to replace a character, a string with other, we can able to replace. Okay. Next, string split functions by using the split. Okay. Next question is string split function. Next question is the string check functions. Can we check a given string is a numeric or not? See, always data from the UI is coming from the text field, text boxes. All the text box produce the data as a string. Okay, na? So number also coming as a string. You need to be check means these are the string check function. Is numeric, is alphanumeric, is alpha, is decimal, is digit, is space. Clear? This is about a strings. So next question is next question is conditional statements. Okay, so conditional statements and types: if, else if, nested if, ladder if. So all these examples also you know. So these cases, see, any question in the interview, or you should know like definition, syntax, example. Okay, next, so conditional statements. Okay, please take a question. Control flow statements. Control flow statements are three types. One is conditional statement, iterator, next, stay other statements. Conditional means if, else, else if, switch. But switch is not supported in the Python. Instead of the switch, we are using the matcher. So next, iterator means for and while. So next, other statements, break, pass, continue. So control flow statements. Okay, T types: conditional, iterator, and other statements. Okay. So simply if and else we can able to represent as a ternary operator. Ternary operator in the sense, okay, condition, statement, condition, question mark, statement one and statement two. That example will. So how to give? So result if condition, colon, sorry, else another result. Okay, match. In Python, switch was not there. In the Python 3.10 version, we have the match. Same as a switch expression here, match with expression. So match case, match case. Here is the your statement. Okay. Raw input was earlier, but raw input was changed as a input. Okay, raw input and input both are there. So there is some differences between the Python 2 and Python 2.1 and 3.0. So just list those differences also. So next take a question, sir. List some differences between Python 2.0 and 3.0. So in the mock interview, all questions will ask to each and everyone. Okay. Next operator. What is an operator? Type of operators. How many types? Operators are 6 types. Arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison or relation operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, special or additional operator, which are identity, membership, ternary operator. So basically, what is the operator? So operator used to add some logic, perform a logic in the statement. Okay, na? So these are the types we have seen. Okay, clear operators. Next, how to check address of a variable in the Python by using ID. How to check address of a variable in the Python? How many questions came? How many questions? 33. Okay. So next, in the Python, any data type is saved as a object. Remember, any data type in the Python was saved as a object. Okay. For example, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10. So in this case, so Python any data type is saved as object. So object will saved and referred by the address. So in this case, A and B are referring to the same address. Okay, that's what if you say like this, check this one. Both these will have the same output. Okay, na? So this concept is very important. Okay, in the Python, any variable, for example, A is equal to Krishna, A is equal to 10. Everything is an object. In the Python, everything is a object. Okay, in the Python, new variable created. Okay, it will check same type of a data. For example, I'm creating A is equal to Krishna. For example, first name is F name is equal to Krishna. L name is the also a Krishna. In this case, once you are creating L name, nothing but a last name is equal to Krishna, it will be check same address or same type of data is exist or not. If the same type of the data Krishna is existed, so in this case, the same memory will be allocated. Okay. Next, explain about loop or iterator. So iterator statement, iterate the sequence or collection. For example, I'm having a list, I have the tuple. Okay, we need to be iterative. So for and while. So take some examples of for and while. Okay. Next, important is the collection data type. So what is a collection? An array is a collection of the item. So if you have the item more than one is nothing but a collection. Okay. In the Python, array basically see in the C programming language, array is the one-dimensional, two-dimensional. That is a different story. Here, as per the real time, as per the programming language, understand array is nothing but a collection. So that arrays were categorized. Okay, if you take any programming language, a collection data type is array in the JavaScript, okay, or in the .NET Java. But these array can be a type like here set, a frozen set, a tuple, a list. Okay, na? But don't be say like we have the arrays in the Python. We don't have the arrays in the Python. Array is nothing but a collection. It's a generic data type representation. Coming to the Python, collection data types are set, frozen set, tuple, and list. Okay, answer like this. Don't be say this one and answer. Okay, so next list is the very important. So list used to represent items in the square braces. So same any data type, implicit and explicit. Implicit in the sense directly assign a square braces is become a list. Explicit in the sense List of double braces. List of curly curly 2 times curly braces. Okay. Next list functions. Copy. So next question is like what is a list? Explain about a list. Taken. What is a list? How many ways to how to represent a list and explain about a list. Next, what is the difference between a shallow copy and deep copy? This is very important question. What is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy? So shallow copy and deep copy in the sense, for example, list is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. So now list 1 is equal to list, it will become a shallow copy. In the shallow copy, it will refer address. It will refer same address. Deep copy in the sense deeply copying an item to another item. So list 1 is the list dot copy. This is become deep copy. If you are using list 1 is equal to list, so then it will refer same address. If you are using list 1 is equal to list dot copy, it will refer new address. List 1 will become a new address. So then you can able to check list is a list 1, then return type output is the false. And check ID of LST and ID of LST1. Okay, clear? Shallow copy, deep copy, copy in the list. Next, how to add an items by using the append. Append will add item to a last. I want to item at a specific position, then use the insert. How to join or extend a list by using the extend. Okay, I want to update by using the index. So in the list, items are represented by index. Index is from a 0 to n minus 1. N is the number of items. So this is about a insert or add the data. Next one is the update. Next one is the delete. Okay, delete in the sense I want to remove the item. Pop with index and without index. Without index will remove the last item. With index will remove the specific index position. Next, remove. Remove means based on the name of a name, based on the item name. See, 3 in the sense 3 will be removed. For example, Harish, Venkat, Harsha. I want to remove Venkat in the sense list dot remove of Venkat. So this is based on the value. This is the pop is based on the index. Clear. Clear will remove entire list. Next, DL. DL is to delete a specific item. If I say DL list, entire list variable will be deleted from the memory. Clear? So 4 questions. How to add how to add or insert data. Next question, how to update. Next question, how to remove or delete. Okay. Next question is how to get a data. Get a data by using the index. Please take this question. So let me explain about shallow copy and deep copy. So I want to assign a variable to another variable. Then data will be assigned to a variable or address will be assigned. For example, LST is equal to 1, 2, 3. So list 1 is equal to LST. So in this case, 1, 2, 3 will be copied to LST1 or address of LST is copied. So in this situation, address of LST is copied to LST1. So both LST1 and LST refer to same address. If you're adding data to LST1 or LST, it will impact both LST and LST variable. Now the address is same, the data will become a same. Check the address by using this one. If I say LST2 is equal to LST dot copy, it is called a deep copy. So in the deep copy, a new memory address will be assigned to LST2. So if I check ID of LST and LST2, it will give 2 different addresses. Clear? Next. Factorial. So this factorial and Fibonacci series are very important. If you go any interview, factorial, Fibonacci series, prime number. Okay. So definitely any one of these questions will ask. Next, how to sort data in the list by using the sort function. Okay. So next is the dictionary. Next one is the dictionary. So for example, so index, how to find the index of a specific item in the list by using a index. So take this question, how to find a index or a specific item
So it will produce index. For example, attendance dot index of Ashok, it will be give 0, 1. 1 is the output. Okay. So next is, what is a dictionary? Explain about a dictionary and how to represent a dictionary. Dictionary represent the data in the form of a key and value pair. So curly braces of key colon value. Okay na? So implicit and explicit. Explicit dict of like this we are going to be represent. So how to check number of items, number of set. So key and value is one set. Okay na? Key and value is one set. Here 1, 2, 3. So length of attendance will give 3. So how to add or so append to the data by using the update. So update means it will be update function used to add item to the dictionary. So next question is how to add item to a dictionary. Okay. Next, how to get data from a dictionary by using the key. One way is the key. Second one is the get of a key. Next one is the I want to get all the keys dicted as keys. If I say dicted dot values, I can able to get all the values. So dicted dot items, it will produce a result as a tuple. Okay. So see, list of a tuple. Each key and value pair. One key and values become a one tuple. One key and one value become a one tuple. Clear? This is the get items from the dictionary. How many ways? Key based, get, values, items. Okay, 5 types. Next, I want to update data in the dictionary. So there are 3 ways. One is by using the key we can able to update. Next one is the update function. In case of insert also we are using. In case of here also we are using. Okay, so in this case, an item is exist, then it will update. Otherwise, it will be add. Set default. Set default is used to add item to a dictionary. It will not update. It will add item to a dictionary. So add in the sense update to set a default. So next, we want to update based on the key or update function. Okay. Next, how to delete data from a dictionary. Next question is how to delete data from a dictionary. One is the pop item clear. Pop item clear. So clear means it will remove. Pop in the sense based on the key. Able to hear me?